All right, so we talked a lot about trading players, and there's plenty of them that I saw as a possibility as far as like where we can send Jakob Pertl, for instance, or where we could send Josh Richardson. But I did not think about Doug McDermott and him going to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I want some rescue. Are we having fun yet?
What's up, guys? So we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers being interested in Dougie McBuckets, and we'll see whether or not that is true. Now, I have seen this going around a little bit, not a ton, okay? Because let's just be honest, Dougie McBuckets here, he's not a huge name, but I did see Air Alamo post this. A few other people sent this to me, and I followed this link, and it's a independent Cleveland Cavs site basically saying the same thing. So before we talk about this really quick, if you guys want to support the channel, as always, clanthemerchfan.com. I really do appreciate all the love. It means so much. You guys keep the channel going, okay? You really do. And with me posting 2 to 3 videos a day, I want to get to 3 videos a day, but about 2 videos a day, it's a lot of hard work. But you know, you guys keep supporting. I really do appreciate it, and it makes it really, really worth it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this. All right, so just really quick, the Cavs are interested in Dougie McBuckets. Recent reports have thrown another team in the mix, the Cleveland Cavaliers, currently 4th in the Eastern Conference. By the time this is wrong. I think they're 5th. We'll look at that in a minute. 4th in the Eastern Conference, largely thanks to Donovan Mitchell. Woo! The Cavs are a young team on the rise and will certainly be in championship talks for the next several years. That being said, they attempt the 21st most threes in the league and make them at an average clip. So adding some shooting talent is a must-have for the franchise. So yeah, I completely agree there. But moving on, the Spurs were hoping to get a first-round pick. We don't have to follow this link because we already know this. We talked about this before. For the shooter, yes, we wanted a first-round pick for him. I think. And Jakob. I don't know if it was for Josh Richardson as well, but I know for those two, we wanted a first-round pick. But that seems less and less likely to happen. Does it? I don't know. Cleveland has no picks to trade after moving their assets, LeVert and Donovan Mitchell, so the Spurs will only be able to receive young players back. Here's what I've come up with. Is that true? Let's see. If we look at what they have their own 1 through 14. Ah, okay, I see. And then they're giving this one to Indiana. Okay, yeah, we wouldn't get any assets, it seems. I don't know about this. Yeah, I'm not completely sure. Own or swap pick via Utah to you. That's right. They sent off a lot of their future, trying to get that championship. So I have no idea, but yeah, more than likely this is correct. We would just have to get one of these players, unless it's a 3-team trade type deal. But let's see. Spurs receive a Okoro. That would be amazing, by the way. Osman. Hopefully I said that right. I do like him as a player. Okoro and Osman. And who likes Osman? Okay, guys, sidetracked. Okay, who likes Osman? Is it Jenna Ortega, the actress? I think that's her favorite player, right? I'm acting like I'm live streaming right now. Hold on. Ortega, favorite NBA player. People are going crazy over here right now. She said Devin Booker. I don't know. I thought she said, I don't know. It might have been somebody else. I don't know. Yeah, I just wasted like 15 seconds talking about that. Anyways, seeing a drop in minutes. These two are seeing a drop in minutes, and neither one of them is a world beater when it comes to shooting. Osman is 27 and a decent do-all player off the bench, whose role in Cleveland is decreasing. Now, Okoro just needs a change of scenery. Okoro never has been and never will be a scorer, but he could be a poor man's Jeremy Sohan off the bench. That's a strange comparison. Okay. Given the Spurs' much needed burst of defense. That is a weird comparison. He's a former 5th overall selection who could use a new home to improve. Would I rather the Spurs flip McDermott for a future pick? Yes, but the odds of that happening are rather slim. When it comes to Cleveland, it's rather slim. If teams really wanted him, they probably would have taken him over the summer instead of waiting for the deadline, so it could be time for the Spurs to sell low on their sharpshooter. That's a I've never heard. No, I don't agree with that. I think, yeah, I don't agree with that. That the teams would have got him already if they wanted him. Lots of teams wait till the deadline. I mean, and especially with how things are right now in the NBA. And I was going to bring this up anyway, but how things are in the NBA, it's so slim, right? It's so slim. And he's definitely a player that you kind of just wait and see where your team is at, and you don't just necessarily just grab him. Because right now, I think Doug McDermott's making, what, 16? I don't want to say anything wrong, so hold on. Doug McDermott contract. How much is he making? 14. Yeah, he's making 14. I don't know if you want to just go ahead and do that so quickly. Like, you kind of wait and see where you're at, especially with a very competitive NBA. I don't know. That's a really weird thing to bring up. And as you can see here, everyone's just so close race. Now, the Cavaliers, I think it would suit them pretty well if they went ahead and made that move, because things being so close in the East. Now, we all probably predict that the Nets, Celtics, Bucks, they're going to be there at the end, and then that fourth spot, we just have no idea, right? So hopefully it is the Cleveland Cavaliers, because I really do like that team. But adding a Doug McDermott to them could really help and open things up quite a bit for the rest of their players. But having him on the court with Donovan Mitchell is just kind of nasty. You're not going to be able to close in if that's your assignment. All right, so let's go ahead and go to this article. So this is the article that they linked, and we'll talk about it a little bit, but this is by Sam Amico, and usually he's pretty reliable, right? So if we scroll down here, this is what he said. Sources have told Hoops Wire that Spurs small forward Doug McDermott has drawn interest from the Cavs as well. So there it is right there. I'm just going to go ahead and take this as face value that the Cleveland Cavaliers are interested in Dougie McBuckets. While I would assume that a lot of teams that are competing that's right there are interested in him. It's really hard. I know a few people have talked about this, or at least asked the question, like, why haven't there been a bunch of moves? Like, literally it's just been the Spurs doing like really small moves, and then people are like, wow, that's basically all we had going on this season thus far. The reason being is because how close things are. No one wants to make a move and screw themselves over, right? I mean, you make one move, how close things are, you make one move and your team doesn't have the continuity that you want, and you're done, right? Luckily for us, we don't have that problem because we're just trying to lose. We don't really care, right? So we can just kind of do whatever we want and set up for the future. But a lot of these teams that's competing for a playoff spot, competing for potential championship, you don't want to mess this up. I mean, look at the Warriors right now. Who would expect that the Warriors would be 8th in the West? They're in the playoffs right now technically, but they're 8th in the West. Now, this one thing that I absolutely love though. A lot of people were worried when the Jazz traded away a bunch of players, or when they did that huge trade. A lot of people were worried that the Jazz would be competing with us to tank. As it stands right now, the San Antonio Spurs are in a really great spot. Not too many teams are better than us. We're the 4th worst in the league, and that's where you want to be, and it's only going to get worse because the Spurs, more than any other team in the NBA, we have so much space to make things happen. We could take on, which I don't think this happened obviously, but we can take on like Westbrook. We can take on any bad contracts you have and give us some picks, and we'll be an even worse team. So I think when it's all said and done, we're going to get pretty bad. Will other teams get worse as well? Yes, but we're going to be pretty bad. But this wasn't about that. Let me just praise Donovan Mitchell though, and get on out of here. I want to apologize, okay? And I'm going to apologize on behalf of all of us. Because if you guys recall, when we first got Lonnie Walker, Donovan Mitchell said this too, right? But it's kind of on us to perpetuate those this comparison he made as well. We kept saying that Lonnie Walker is Donovan Mitchell, like he's very close to Donovan Mitchell. And I think that we can say with confidence, right? He's nothing like Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is much better than I think anyone could have imagined. This game right here, I think this would really open up a lot of people's eyes. Everyone knew Donovan Mitchell was a bad man, even up to this point. I mean, look at this. Started off the season in October, averaged 32. Then he averaged 27. Then he averaged 27. And this month, he's averaging 39, but it's because of this game in which he has 71 points, 22 for 34. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you joking? One in overtime and the W. That's absolutely ridiculous, okay? Double, 71-point game, near triple-double. This dude is so freaking nasty, all right? And I used to make those comparisons just because I'm just that big of a Spurs fan, sometimes being a little biased. And I said that Lonnie Walker was, he could be a Donovan Mitchell. I'm so sorry. I mean, there's very few players in the NBA touching this level of talent from this dude. So we'll see how things go in the playoffs, because they'll make it. They'll be a really good team. And I got my eyes open for the Cavs, man. I'm gonna watch the rest of their games, because I really do enjoy watching them play. But anyways, besides the point. If you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description. Thank you guys so much for all the love that you've shown. I'll give it to you guys later. Until next time, bye.